Now this question here from Quadratic Equations, it says, check whether the following are quadratic equations. We have these 8 equations here, and we have to see how many of them are quadratic equations. Means we have to see to it the highest degree should be 2, and they can be put into the format of ax squared plus bx plus c. If these two things are fulfilled, they are quadratic. Some of the equations here, apparently they look like they are quadratic or they are not quadratic. But once we solve them, they can be quadratic or they cannot be quadratic. First one here, x plus 1 whole square is equal to 2x minus 3. If I solve it, this is a plus b whole square. So a square means x square plus b square means 1 square 1 plus 2ab means 2x equals to 2 into x minus 3 means 2 into x is 2x. 2 into negative 3 is negative 6. So this would be x square plus 2x. This 2x comes this side minus 2x equals to minus 6. This 1 goes this side minus 1. So this is cancelled. X squared equals to minus 7. X squared plus 7 equals to 0. We have to write this in the format of ax squared plus bx plus c. Here my a is 1, b is 0 and c is 7. So a is 1, so x squared stays as it is. B is 0, 0 into x plus c is 7, c is 7. So this can be x squared plus 0 into x is 0, x squared plus 7, x squared plus 7. So after solving this equation, this comes to x squared plus 7 equals to 0, which is in this format of a squared plus bx plus c. It means this is a quadratic equation. So like yes. Let's take this up. This will be x squared minus 2x equals to negative 2 into 3 gives you negative 6. Negative 2 into negative x gives you positive 2x. So this will be x squared minus 2x. This 2x comes this side, negative 2x. This negative 6 comes this side, positive 6. Equals to 0. So x squared minus 4x plus 6 equals to 0. Highest degree is 2, and we can write this into ax squared plus bx plus c format. So this is quadratic. So let's solve this. X minus 2 into x plus 1 gives you x squared plus x minus 2x minus 2. X into x plus 1 gives you this. Negative 2 into x plus 1 gives you this. Equals to x into x squared, x into 3 plus 3x negative 1 into x, negative 1 into positive 3, negative 3. So this is this x squared, this x squared, both are positive, other sides of each other can be cancelled. And then I have x minus 2x gives me minus x minus 2 equals to plus 3x minus x gives me plus 2x minus 3. So minus x minus 2x minus 2 plus 3 equals to 0. Negative x, negative 2x, negative 3x, negative 2 plus 3, positive 1 equals to 0. Now, this equation here, when we solved it till here, it was looking like quadratic. But now here, x squared is missing. We don't have x squared. So ax squared plus bx plus c cannot be fulfilled. So this is not quadratic. This one here, x into 2x, 2x squared plus x minus 6x minus 3 equals to x into x squared plus 5x. Okay, 2x squared minus x squared. This is x minus 6x, negative 5x. This 5x comes this side, negative 5x. Negative 3 is equal to 0. So this is x squared minus 10x minus 3 equals to 0. So I have x squared, 2 is the highest degree, ax squared plus bx plus c. This can be done. So this is quadratic. This one here, 2x minus 1 into x minus 3. This will be 2x squared minus 6x minus x plus 3 equals to x into x squared, x is to negative 1 minus x plus 5x minus 5. So 2x squared minus x squared minus 6x minus x minus 7x plus 3 equals to negative x plus 5x 4x minus 5. So 2x squared minus x squared gives you x squared minus 7x minus 4x plus 5 plus 3 equals to 0. This 4x minus 5 comes this side, becomes minus 4x plus 5. So this is x squared minus 7x minus 4x, 11x plus 8 equals to 0. Highest degree is 2, and this is in the format of a squared plus bx plus c. So this is quadratic. This one here, x squared plus 3x plus 1 equals to a minus b whole square, which is a squared plus b squared minus 2ab means 4x. So this is cancelled from here. What we are left with is 3x. This 4x comes this side plus 4x plus 1 minus 4 equals to 0. So this is 7x minus 3 equals to 0. X square is missing. We cannot write it into ax square plus bx plus c. This is not quadratic. This one here apparently looks like not quadratic because we have cube here, but we'll try to solve this. This is a plus b whole cube, which is a cube plus b cube plus 3ab, which is 6x x plus 2 equals to 2x into x square gives you 2x cube minus 2x. So this will be x cube plus 2 into 2 into 2 gives you 8 plus 6x square plus 12x equals to 2x cube minus 2x. So x cube minus 2x cube plus 6x square plus 12x, this 2x comes this side plus 2x plus 8 equals to 0. So this gives me negative x cube plus 6x square plus 14x plus 8 equals to 0. I have highest degree as 3, and this can never be written into the format of ax square plus bx plus c. So this is not quadratic. This one here again, we have cubic power. Apparently does not look like quadratic, but let's see what comes after solving it. So this is x cube minus 4x squared minus x plus 1 equals to x minus 2 whole cube, which is a cube minus b cube minus 3ab plus b. So x cube minus 2 cube minus 3 into x into 2 x minus 2. To solve this, this gets you x cube minus 8 minus 6x x minus 2. So this is x cube minus 8 minus 6x squared plus 12x, which is x cube minus 4x squared minus x plus 1. Now you can see here, this x cube and this x cube can be cancelled. So I have minus 4x squared. This comes this side plus 6x squared minus x. This comes this side minus 12x, and then plus 1 minus 8 equals to 0. So I have 2x squared, and this will be minus 13x plus 9 equals to 0. So I have highest power as 2, and this can be written into ax squared plus bx plus c. So this is quadratic. Yes. Alright. This question here, it says, represent the following situations in the form of quadratic equations. Means we have this problem here. We have to represent this problem into form of quadratic equations. This question here, we need not to solve it. We have to put this problem only into quadratic equations. It says the area of a rectangular plot is 528 meters square. It's a rectangular plot whose area is 528 meters square. The length of the plot in meters is one more than twice its breadth. We need to find the length and the breadth of the plot. So if I take, say, breadth as, say, x meters, length, it says the length of the plot is one more than twice its breadth. One more than means breadth is x, twice the breadth is means 2x. It says length of the plot is one more than twice its breadth. Breadth is twice plus 1. This is the length here. Area of the rectangular plot is 528 meters square. I know area of a rectangle is length into breadth. Area is given here, which is 528 meters square. Length is 2x plus 1 and breadth is x. So if I solve this, is equal to 2x square plus x. So I can write it as 2x square plus x minus 528 equals to 0. Highest degree is 2, and we can put this into format of ax square plus bx plus c. So that's a representation into quadratic format. This question here, it says represent the following situation in the form of quadratic equations. We have this problem here, we have to present this into quadratic equations. Again, we don't need to solve this, we have to just represent this into quadratic equation. And the question says the product of two consecutive positive integers is 306. We need to find the integers. Okay, it says consecutive positive integers. Consecutive means like we take 5, 6, we take 6, 7, we take 9, 10. These are called consecutive numbers. Suppose I write first positive integer, I take, say, as x. A second positive integer which is consecutive to this can be x plus 1. It says product means x into x plus 1 is equal to 306. So this will be x squared plus x is equal to 306. So x squared plus x minus 306 equals to 0. That's my equation, which is quadratic. Highest degree is 2, and this can be ax squared plus bx plus c, where a is 1, b is 1, and c is negative 306. So this question here, this format, x squared plus x minus 306 is quadratic equation format for this problem. This question here, it says Rohan's mother is 26 years older than him. The product of their ages in years 3 years from now will be 360. We would like to find Rohan's present age. Okay, we have to put this problem into quadratic equations. We do not need to solve this problem. Suppose we take Rohan's age as x. I'll write Rohan age is, say, x years. Our mother's age, it says Rohan's mother is 26 years older than him, so she would be x plus 26 years. It says the product of their age is 3 years from now, so I'll write after 3 years. Rohan would be x plus 3 and mother would be x plus 26 plus 3. It says the product of their ages 3 years from now will be 360, means x plus 3 is Rohan's age after 3 years into x plus 29. This product would be 360. So if I solve this, this gives me x squared plus 29x plus 3x plus 87 equals to 360. So this would be x squared plus 32x plus 87 minus 360 equals to 0. So this would be x squared plus 32x 273 equals to 0. So this is the quadratic equation representation of this problem here. This question it says, a train travels a distance of 480 kilometers at a uniform speed. If the speed had been 8 kilometers per hour less, then it would have taken 3 hours more to cover the same distance, which is this 480 kilometers. We need to find the speed of the train. Okay, our agenda here to put this into quadratic equation format. Two different speeds are there, two different times are there. Suppose first speed, I say first speed, which is uniform speed, is say x kilometers per hour, and second speed, which is slower, if that is x minus 8 kilometers per hour. Now, if train travels at this speed, x minus 8 kilometers per hour, it will take 3 hours more to cover this distance. So I'll write time to cover 480 kilometers at x minus 8 kilometers per hour. Time is what? Distance over speed. Distance is 480 kilometers. Speed is x minus 8 kilometers per hour. So time to cover 480 kilometers at this speed is this much. Now it says this time here is 3 hours more than it takes at this speed for 480 kilometers. So right, time to cover 480 kilometers at x kilometer per hour would be 480 over x hours. This time is 3 hours less than this time. So 480 over x minus 8, which is 3 hours less than this time, if I add 3 hours, will be equal to this time. This time. Now this time and this time both are equal. Let's solve this. 480 over x minus 8 plus 3 equals to 480 over x. So 3 into x minus 8, 3x minus 24 equals to 480 over x. So this will be 480 minus 3x plus 24 over x minus 8 equals to 480 over x. Let's do cross multiplication. This x gets multiplied with this. This gives you 480x minus 3x squared plus 24x. This 480 gets multiplied with this. This gives you 480x minus 3840. 480x, 480x, both the sides, both positive, same signs. We can cancel it. So this gives me negative 3x squared plus 24x. This comes this side plus 3840 equals to 0. Let's take negative 3 as common. So negative 3 as common. This becomes 280 equals to 0. So this is x squared minus 8x minus 1280 equals to 0. So that's a quadratic equation representation of this problem here. This question here it says, find the roots of the following quadratic equations by factorization. Now here it says roots. Roots means we have to find out zeros. Means those values or that value of x which makes this quadratic equation equals to 0. So we say roots or we say zeros, both are same thing. We have these 5 equations. We'll try to find their roots or zeros through factorization. This one here, we already know how to factorize quadratic equations. This will be x square minus 5x plus 2x minus 10 equals to 0. Minus 5x plus 2x gives you negative 3x. Negative 5x plus 2x gives you negative 10x squared. So let's take x as common. So x minus 5. We take plus 2 as common. So this is x minus 5. So x plus 2 and x minus 5 equals to 0. So here roots will be x can be either negative 2 or x can be 5. These two are the answers. Means if I replace this x by negative 2, it becomes 0. 0 into this gives you 0. If I replace this x by 5, so this will be 5 minus 5, 0. 0 into this gives you 0. So roots are x is negative 2 or x as 5. If you replace x in this equation here by either negative 2 or by 5, both we make this equation as 0. We can do a quick check here. X square, let's take x as negative 2. So negative 2 whole square minus 3 into negative 2 minus 10 equals to 0. Negative 2 whole square gives you 4. Negative 3 into negative 2 gives you positive 6 minus 10 equals to 0. 4 is 6 is 10 minus 10. 0, 0 equals to 0. So this is our left hand side equals to our right hand side. So negative 2 justified. Let's take 5 now. So this would be 5 square minus 3 into 5 minus 10 equals to 0. 5 square gives you 25 minus 15 minus 10 equals to 0. So 25 minus 15 minus 10 gives you 25 equals to 0. This is 0 equals to 0 means left hand side equals to right hand side. So 5 is also justified. So roots for this equation would be negative 2 and 5. Let's take up this one here. This can be 2x squared plus 4x minus 3x minus 6 equals to 0. So I'll take 2x as common. So this gives me x plus 2. Here I'll take negative 3 as common. So this gives me x plus 2 equals to 0. So here it is 2x minus 3, x plus 2 equals to 0. So you have to find out roots. So I can write it as this way. 2x minus 3 equals to 0. 2x equals to 3. So x would be 3 over 2. And this one here, x plus 2 equals to 0. So x would be negative 2. So root of this equation would be 3 over 2 and negative 2. This one here, root 2 x squared, 5 root 2 multiplied together gives you 10. So if I split this way, root 2x squared plus 5x plus 2x plus 5 root 2. Now there is one more trick required here. This is root 2x squared plus 5x plus 2 can be written as root 2 into root 2. X stays as it is. Root 2 into root 2 gives you 2x plus 5 root 2. Now let's solve this. I take x as common, so this comes to root 2x plus 5. Here I take root 2 as common, so this comes to root 2x plus 5. Now if I take root 2x plus 5 as common, this gives me x plus root 2. So roots would be root 2x plus 5 equals to 0. So root 2x is equal to negative 5. X would be negative 5 over root 2. And this is x plus root 2 equal to 0. So x would be negative root 2. So zeros are negative 5 over root 2 and negative root 2. These are the zeros for this quadratic equation. Let's move into this one. This can be 2x squared minus x over 2 minus x over 2 plus 1 over 8 equals to 0. Okay. Let's take 2x as common. So this gives you x minus x over 2 divided by 2x will be x over 2 into 1 over 2x. This will be 1 over 4 minus, let's take 1 over 2 as common. So x over 2 divided by 1 over 2 gives you x over 2 into 2 to cancel. X minus 1 over 8 divided by 1 over 2 gives you 1 over 4. 1 over 8 divided by 1 over 2 is equal to 1 over 8 into 2 means 1 over 4. 1 over 4. So this can be x minus 1 over 4 as common, and this will be 2x minus 1 over 2. So x minus 1 over 4 equals to 0. So x is equal to 1 over 4, and this is 2x minus 1 over 2 equals to 0. So 2x is equal to 1 over 2. X will be equal to 1 over 4. So x equals to 1 over 0. That's the root for this equation here. This one here, this is 100x squared minus 10x minus 10x plus 1 equals to 0. If I take 10x as common, this gives me 10x minus 1. If I take 1 as common, this gives me 10x minus 1. So 10x minus 1 into 10x minus 1. So 10x minus 1 equals to 0. 10x is equal to 1. So x is equal to 1 over 10. This one here, 10x minus 1 equals to 0. So 10x equals to 1. X is equal to 1 over 10. So roots are 1 over 10 and 1 over 10 for this quadratic equation here. Alright. This question here it says, John and Jivanti together have 45 marbles. Both of them lost 5 marbles each, and the product of the number of marbles they have now is 124. Find out how many marbles they had to start with. Let's take, suppose John has X numbers of marbles. In that case, Jivanti will have 45 minus X marbles. X plus 45 minus X gives you 45. Jivanti has 45 minus X marbles. Then it says both of them lost 5 marbles. So after losing 5 marbles, John will have X minus 5 marbles, and Jivanti will have 45 minus X minus 5, which is 45 minus X minus 5 will be 40 minus X marbles. 40 minus X marbles. Okay. Now it says, and the product of the numbers of marbles they now have is 124. Means X minus 5 into 40 minus X is equal to 124. If I solve this, this gives me X into 40 is 40x. X minus X is X squared. 5 minus 40 negative is 200. Minus 5 into X minus X gives you positive 5x is equal to 124. Minus X squared. 40x plus 5x will be 45x. and minus 200. This 124 comes this side. Minus 124 equals to 0. So I have minus x square plus 45x minus 324 equals to 0. This can be x square minus 36x minus 9x plus 324 equals to 0. If I solve this, I take x as common, so this will be x minus 36. I take 9 as common, so this will be x minus 36 equals to 0. This will be x minus 9, x minus 36. So x is 9 and x is 36. So they started off with 9 and 36 marbles. John has 9, Jivanti has 36 marbles. If you put them together, this gives you 9 plus 36, 45. If you take 5 off from here, this will be 4 and this will be 31. If you multiply 31 into 4, this gives you 124. After losing 5 marbles, product of their marbles in their hand was 124. 124. So they started off with 9 marbles with John and 36 marbles with Jivanti. That's the answer. Okay. This question here it says, a cottage industry produces a certain number of toys in a day. The cost of production of each toys in rupees was found to be 55 minus the number of toys produced in a day. On a particular day, the total cost of production was rupees 750. Find out the number of toys produced on that day. Suppose number of toys produced in a day was X. It says the cost of production of each toy was found to be 55 minus the number of toys produced in a day. If I'm producing X number of toys in a day, then I'll write cost of production each toy would be 55 minus the number of toys produced in a day. 55 minus X. Cost of production of each toy is 55 minus number of toys produced in that day. That's the cost of production of each toy. Then it says on a particular day, the total cost of production was rupees 750. All right. Total cost of production, number of toys produced, multiplied with cost of production each toy. This will be 55x minus x squared. This is equal to 750. So 55x minus x squared is equal to 750. If I write this way, minus x squared plus 55x, this 750 comes this side, equals to 0. I take negative common, so this will be x squared minus 55x plus 750 is equal to 0. Now let's factorize this. This can be minus 30x minus 25x plus 750 equals to 0. X as common, this gives me x minus 30 minus 25 as common, this gives me x minus 30, x minus 30, so this will be x minus 25, x minus 30, so x can be 25, x can be 30. So there can be two possibilities. Either they produced 25 toys on that day, or they produced 30 toys on that day. I put it this way. If they produced 25 twice, then cost would be, I would say, number of twice. If it is 25, then cost would be 55 minus 25, 30. 25 and 30 gives you 750. Matches with this one. If number of twice were 30, then cost would be 55 minus 30 is 25. Again, the total cost would be 30 into 25, 750. Matches with this. So our answer is correct. It can be either 25 or 30 twice on that day. Alright. This question it says, find two numbers whose sum is 27 and product is 182. It says sum is 27. So if I write this way, say first number, if that is x, then second number would be 27 minus x. Since sum of both the numbers is 27. Then it says product is 182, means x into 27 minus x is equal to 182. This will be 27x minus x squared is equal to 182. So I put this way, minus x squared plus 27x. 182 comes this side, minus 182 equals to 0. I take negative common, so x squared minus 27x plus 182 is equal to 0. Now let's split this. This can be x squared minus 14x minus 13x plus 182 equals to 0. So this can be x as common, x minus 14 minus 13 as common, x minus 14 equals to 0. So this will be x minus 14, x minus 13. X minus 14 as common. So x can be 14, x can be 13. So those two numbers are 14 and 13. 14 plus 13 gives you 27. 14 into 13 gives you 182. So numbers are 14 and 13. Alright. This question here it says, find two consecutive positive integers, sum of whose squares is 365. Okay, let's take first positive integer is say x. So second consecutive positive integer would be x plus 1. It says sum of whole squares is 365, means x squared plus x plus 1 whole square is 365. This will be x squared plus, this can be a plus b whole square, which is a square plus b square plus 2ab plus 365. So this will be 2x squared plus 2x plus 1 minus 365 equals to 0. So this will be 2x squared plus 2x minus 364 equals to 0. Let's take 2 as common. So this will be x squared plus x minus 182 equals to 0. I can write this as x squared plus 14x minus 13x minus 182 equals to 0. X as common, so x plus 14, negative 13 as common, x plus 14 equals to 0. X plus 14 as common, x minus 9, 13. So x can be negative 14, x can be 13. It says positive integer, so this is negative, so this is not possible. So x would be 13, the smaller one, and the bigger one would be the consecutive number would be 13 plus 1, which is 14. So 13 and 14, that's the answer here. It was asking for positive integer. Here what we found out was negative 14, which is a negative integer. That is not possible. So we take x as 13, and the second consecutive number, positive number, would be 13 plus 1, which is 14. That's the answer here, 13 and 14. Alright? Because here it says, the altitude of a right triangle is 7 centimeters less than its base. If the hypotenuse is 13 centimeters, find the other two sides. Altitude or height. Suppose we have this right angle triangle. This is 90 degrees, means this is altitude or this is the height. This is hypotenuse, this is base, and this is height or perpendicular. We know hypotenuse is base square plus height square, height or altitude. Okay, if I take base as say x centimeter, then altitude or height would be x minus 7 centimeter. It says the altitude of right triangle is 7 centimeters less than its base. So this is my altitude, this is my base. Hypotenuse square is equal to base square means x square plus height square. Height is x minus 7 whole square. Hypotenuse is already given here, 13. So 13 square is equal to x square plus this a minus b whole square, which is a square minus 2ab plus b square. So this will be 169 equals to x square plus x square minus 14x plus 49. This comes this side, so 169 minus 49 gives you 120 equals to this plus this is 2x square minus 40x. So I can write this as 2x square minus 14x minus 120 equals to 0. If I take 2 as common, so this will be x square minus 7x minus 60 equals to 0. This can be x square minus 12x plus 5x minus 60 equals to 0. So let's take x as common. So this will be x minus 12. Let's take 5 as common. This will be x minus 12 equals to 0. This will be x minus 10, 12 as common, x plus 5. So x will be 12 and x will be negative 5. Length cannot be negative here. So x is 12, means base is 12. So altitude will be 12 minus 7, which is 5 centimeter. X cannot be negative 5 here because we are talking about length of a right angle triangle where none of the length can be negative. It has to be positive. So x cannot be negative 5 here. X has to be plus 12. X is base, which is 12. Altitude is 7 centimeters less than base. Base is 12. So 12 minus 7 gives you 5. So base is 12. Height or altitude is 5. And hypotenuse is already given, which is 13 here. That's the answer. 12 and 5. This question here, it says the cotton industry produces a certain number of pottery articles in a day. It was observed on a particular day that the cost of production of each article in rupees was 3 more than twice the number of articles produced on that day. If the total cost of production on that day was rupees 90, find the number of articles produced and the cost of each article. cost of each article is 3 more than twice of number of articles produced on that day. Okay. If suppose I say number of articles produced on that day is say X numbers. So cost of each article it says 3 more than twice the number of articles produced on that day. Twice means X into 2 plus it says 3 more 3. So this is 2x plus 3. So number of articles produced X numbers. Cost of each article is 2x plus 3. So total cost would be number of articles into cost of each article, X into 2x plus 3. It says if the total cost of production on that day was 90, means total cost was 90 is equal to 2x squared plus 3x. This can be 2x squared plus 3x minus 90 equals to 0. If I solve this, I'll get 2x squared plus 15x minus 12x minus 90 equals to 0. I take x as common. This gives me 2x plus 15. If I take 6 as common, so this gives me 2x minus plus 15 equals to 0. 2x plus 15 goes as common, leaves x minus 6. So 2x plus 15 equals to 0. 2x is equal to negative 15. X is negative 15 over 2, which is not possible because number of articles can never be negative. It has to be positive. So this is not possible. X minus 6 equal to 0. So x will be 6. That's the answer here. So number of articles produced 6. Cost of each article would be x into 2 is 12 plus 3, which is 15. So number of articles produced 6 numbers and cost of each article is 15. If you multiply 15 into 6 gives you 90. That's given here. If the total cost of production on that day was 90, 15 into 6 is 90 and 15 is 3 more than twice of the number of articles produced. So that's the answer here. Number of articles 6, cost 15 per article. Alright.